inside these last 10 minutes. Quick tap restart. Harrison flying over the top. Kerrod Walters. They're putting a lot into this first half, St Helens. Showing plenty of spirit. That is too strong, the kick from Griffiths. He was looking out wide for Les Quirk. The little chip for the winger, but with this breeze, much too strong. The thought was there to try and vary it, though. And I guess we think back to 1986, Ben, and it was Wigan who gave you a tough first-up match.
They sure did, and St Helens are certainly giving the Australians plenty of trouble, you know. What I'm very... I'm really impressed by the fact that they just throw that ball around. Their ball control is tremendous, and they just have a go from anywhere on the field, and that's, you know, you've got to take your hat off to that.
Now, Walters switches it for Cartwright. He's played well in his first match in the Australian colours. That looked to be forward. Daly. Holsworth was in perfect position for it. Kerrod Walters looks to the blind side. Roach was there. They go back open. Now Lidner. McGaw stands, floats it out for his Cronulla teammate Eddinghausen. Eddinghausen back infield, bounced off Forber. Belcher joins in. Belcher kicks infield. Kerrod Walters and Eddinghausen. Touched ahead by Kerrod Walters. Try. No knock on. The crowd thought somebody may have got a hand to it. But great support play and a great piece of thinking by Gary Belcher for Kerrod Walters to get try number 3. So once again, the Australians on the break. The Just Jeans replay, the kick inside by Belcher. Did Eddinghausen touch it? Maybe he did, I'm not so sure. But Kerrod Walters was there on the spot. This should give us a great opportunity at it. Eddinghausen was trying to get it on the... Well, he didn't get a hand to it, so fine refereeing from John Holsworth and a fine Australian try. Belcher has been involved in a number of breaks. He's been in great form at fullback. And Kerrod Walters showing his versatility, the pace that he's got in the forwards to be there on the spot infield to pick up a try. So Kerrod Walters joins the list of try makers first up. And Meninga still searching for a goal. Again, he doesn't add any extras. The scoreline of all tries, Australia 12, St Helens. 5 or 6 minutes to the break, is starting to make his way to the dressing rooms. They've had a couple of opportunities, St Helens. Rapati has missed with a couple of shots at goal. And let's just remember that Australia will come out in the second half with that fairly strong breeze at their backs. Sirinen. He just ran straight over the top of Shane Cooper. Roach. Dummy to Meninga. The Australians on their own 22.
So here goes the Australians again through Cartwright. Just outside the quarter line. He hasn't been able to get one of those passes away yet. When he does, it'll be dangerous. Daly. There's plenty of space down this end of the field. That's another great kick into the breeze. Conley, he doesn't seem to be playing with a great deal of confidence, I might add. Decides to return the favour, but it's not a good kick. Sirinen knocked it down, so they're all onside. Daly brings it back. Walters. Here's Meninga. On the inside, Eddinghausen. Just outside the quarter line, and this is a real danger period for St Helens. The real slick Australian side often put sides away just before half-time, and that's Langer who got in behind the defence and looked as if he was away just for a moment before Cooper and Conley stopped him. Walters, there's plenty of Australians this side. They go straight down the centre through Sirinen. Sirinen flicks it up, and Roach will score a super try. Great football, Sirinen and Roach. The crowd really did appreciate that. Was good football, great handling skills, great combination from the Balmain pair. Here it is again. Sirinen on the Just Jeans replay, got his arms free, flicked it up, a difficult ball to take, and Roach picked it up magnificently to score a try.
Two big men getting together. They know each other's play so well at Balmain. He doesn't get to score too many tries. Big Steve Roach and they usually lap it up when they do get across the line. So a try to Steve Roach gets his tour underway as well, to give the Australians a lot more confidence here, trying to the break. And those forwards starting to link a lot better, because they've played against the St Helens pack that have really given them a strong test.
And that would have made our sideline commentator very happy. Meninga, he should kick this. He does, straight over the red dot. So Australia really starting to come away with it in the latter stages of this first half. Australia 18, leading St Helens 0. So here's Australia bringing the ball back just outside the quarter line. Well, Benny Elias, that would have made you pretty happy being a Balmain boy.
It was great. Great work. Here we go as we see Mal Meninga down the sideline again.
Here they go again. Meninga away. It goes to Hancock. Michael Hancock flying for the corner. He gets away from Conley, and Hancock's in again. Australia score their 5th try. Great stuff from Hancock, but great stuff from Meninga. Quick hands from Australia again. Back on their quarter line. Again, Sirina involved. Got a lovely ball away to Meninga, and the big man in full flight. He gave Conley no chance. He did well, the youngster, to chase Hancock, but the flying man from the Broncos was too good to score Australia's 5th try. Look at this side. How would you like to have Mal Meninga running into like this? Young Conley did well, and Hancock racing away. Conley coming at him, but couldn't tackle him, and Michael Hancock scores the try. That'll do his confidence the world of good. What a player he is. Limited opportunities in the first half. Maybe we'll see some more in the second. Both wingers have scored tries. Meninga scored one of the centres. So Meninga with the chance to convert the Hancock try from out near the quarter line. Meninga moves in. It's well out to the right. So he hasn't brought his kicking boots with him to Knowsley Road, but he certainly brought his brilliant form. Strong running has been a feature of Meninga during the first half. Australia leading St Helens by 22 points to 0. The restart. Lindner takes it well. Almost back to the quarter line. Bella, a crossfield, charges ahead. Belcher was right on his right shoulder too. Langer, here's Cartwright. 10 metres, Australia's side of halfway. That long ball beautifully picked up now. Belcher, quick hands, Lindner's pass has gone loose, but Belcher's done well to clean it up. The party's back there to put him on the deck. 6 to go, says the referee. Penalty, Australia. So there's the loose ball. Lindner trying to get the quick pass away. And great recovery from Belcher. Was knocked out of his hand, really, by Rapati. Meninga quickly working out what they'll do from the tap. Right on half-time here in Australia's opening match. The 17th Kangaroos, the 4X Kangaroos, bringing the ball up through Bella. Now they gain blindside here. They go one way, then straight down the centre through Sirinen. In a very short blind. Now we're coming to blindside through Cartwright. He'll play it just inside St Helens territory. Open side, Langer. The long passes, the siren goes in the background. The little chip over the top for Daly. Belcher can't get it. It's picked up by Dwyer for St Helens. Now Griffiths, and he's tackled almost on the halfway line. The referee finally hears the siren, and that is half-time here at Knowsley Road. Australia leading St Helens.
The tries not scored against them early in the part where they're under extreme pressure. The Australian side held out, and he was very impressed with their defence so far. The penalties that were given away, well, he just said you just got to bite the bullet and bear with it. As you can appreciate these conditions and the refereeing over here, well, that's part and parcel of being on a kangaroo tour.
Benny, that scoreline not really indicative of the effort put in from St Helens.
No, I agree with you totally, Graham. I think player for player in the forwards, they've certainly met the Australian side. I just think the outside backs are just too, they're just over awesome on their outside wide. But as you said, yeah, it doesn't indicate how the intensity of the St Helens side has been so far.
Neil trying to get a ball away. Cooper picked up the drag, straightens into the arms of Cartwright. Connolly, little chip and chase, plenty of room, but he just couldn't get through quick enough. Now the penalty will go against Daly for slight interference on the St Helens fullback. Quick tap restart again by Groves. He caught Australia napping in the first half with that. Now Kevin Ward will play it just outside the 22. John Holsworth has not kept much of a 5-metre rule in the play the ball. Now it's against St Helens for 5 metres. When in possession, the penalty goes to Australia. Paul Groves doesn't even know what's going on with his own English referee. He's stunned by the decision. As I said, John Holsworth is considered the #1 man in England. So maybe we are in some fun and games in these club matches. The sun shining brilliantly here as the shadows start to encroach from this grandstand side. Bella will play at 32 out. Roach. Straight into Kevin Ward. Langer stretches it wide to where Australia have found the advantage in the backs. Meninga couldn't handle it. It'll come back for the scrum. Bobby Lidner followed it through. Again, they're looking for this advantage. Meninga was trying to get their poor pass from Daly. With plenty of enthusiasm from Lidner to force the scrum. Rapati flicks it infield for Connolly. He couldn't handle it. Taken by Hunt. He's caught from behind by Langer. Neal. Harrison standing 2 passes out. Back for Paul Forber. Forber taken just outside his own 22. Groves played well in the first half. Neil taken. George Mann warms up on the sideline for St Helens. Rapati intercepted by Daly. Daly for Eddinghausen. He gets try number 2. So a mistake out in the backs from Rapati. Daly was quick to pounce, and a good ball away for Eddinghausen, who's enjoying this opportunity today in game 1 out on the wing at the expense of Dale Shearer. Rapati on the Just Jeans replay had a look, and Daly, under a little bit of pressure, gets a good ball away for Eddinghausen to dive over in the corner. But it was pressure in defence, especially from Daly on Rapati. The ball was given to him under pressure, and Daly quick enough. And as we know, as far as quick enough goes, that man Eddinghausen has a ton of pace. Given any start on any winger, you're probably not going to stop the try. Quirk was forced off his wing. Just a couple of metres head start. That was enough for Eddinghausen. Meninga from right out on touch, an unhappy start to his goal kicking. 1 from 5, it's going to stay that way. It's going to stay 1 from 6. But that scoreline creeps ahead again, 26-0 to Australia.
What's the worst thing that can happen in a scrum?
Well, you can collapse the scrum.
Yeah?
And there's wheeling the scrum.
Yeah, but the worst thing's tummy rumbling in the scrum.
Tummy rumbling in the scrum, what happens? The whole team gets sent off to McDonald's.
Belcher returns the ball for Australia.
So Australia bringing the ball out through Bella, who ducked under the high tackle of Mann. Now it's Walters. That's a loose pass in that area of the football field. It's not something that would please Bob Fulton. This end of the field is safety first. Daly plays it 12 metres out. Roach. That try really would have given Steve Roach a lot of happiness after the last tour incident here. And there's another loose pass 20 metres out from the Australian line. It's a knock on. The scrum will go down. St Helens will get a chance to go on the attack right down on the Australian line. Here it is again. Just too high for Alan Langer. Kerrod Woolers, I might add, was under immense pressure when he threw the pass. Kevin Ward can't get his pass away, but they're 12 metres out. Here's St Helens. Groves, out it comes to Vivas, back on the inside. He runs into Kerrod Woolers, who puts him down. Just 11 metres out now from the Australian line. Groves thought about the blind side, and coming across at the angle was Shane Cooper, who was buried by Roach and Walters. Groves looks for a runner. It's Neal, 10 metres out. Good defence again from Roach. Open side. The cutout pass. Man props. Gets away from Cartwright. Back it comes to Vivas. Vivas thought about throwing the long pass, then decided to throw that short one to Cooper, who wasn't expecting it. And Australia come up with possession through Sirenen. Well, quickly the ball's got sped across the back line. Here's Magore. Magore up over the halfway. He's got support on the outside, but he flicks it back the inside to Langer. Langer gets it away to Lindner. Lindner flicks it out. Almost intercepted by Cooper. Kieran Walters is back there. Flicks it out to Meninga. Meninga brushes off one. Meninga takes on Mann on the outside. Gets away from him. Away it goes to Eddinghausen. But the touch judge has now said that Meninga went into touch. The referee's ruled it a forward pass anyway.
What a brilliant passage of play.
And here he is, Big Mal Meninga. Yes, great decision from the touch judge, even though the referee had ruled the forward pass anyway. But wasn't that fabulous to watch? Here's St Helens. Griffith almost lost it. Back it comes to Cooper. The pass to Rapati, a bad one. Now it's with Hunt. This man scored 21 tries last year. He was the equal top try scorer for St Helens, just outside his quarter line. Open side. Rapati back in amongst the forwards. He almost lost the ball. The long pass comes away. Vivas again. He also scored 21 tries last year. Mann from dummy half. Out to the quarter line. Neal. Across he comes. Cartwright and Roach are there. Dwyer in a dummy half. Cooper, a little chip over the top. Hancock beautifully read that. He got there very quickly. And look at the strength of the man as well as he drags Cooper on the ground. Lindner, 30 metres out. Almost gets to the quarter line. Cartwright. Cartwright taking it up. Langer's on his outside, but he just can't get his arms free to slip the pass. 20 metres out from St Helens line. Blindside. Roach. Here's Sirenen. Sirenen going straight and hard. He got the pass away in the end, but he can't continue the movement on. Little Kerrod Wall as it was. Well, that's who I think it is, who's held up only a metre out. And the referee in the end, well, what has he ruled? As Kerrod Walters came at Conley, he got away from Conley, and then Cooper and also Hunt were there to prevent Kerrod Walters from getting the ball down, and they pushed him back into the field of play.
Well, what he ruled was that Conley had possession there. He gave it to St Helens and then penalised Australia for taking it back.
Well, anyway, they didn't find touch, so Australia are back on the attack. Here's Bobby Lindner. He's made a couple of mistakes in that area, St Helens, today as well. Open side, Langer on the quarter line. Daly, Meninga, quick hands to Belcher. Belcher gets it away now. Eddinghausen for the line. Mann coming across. Eddinghausen flicks it back inside. There's nobody there. Daly falls on it. He seemed to push Vivas out of the road, but it could well have been legally going for the ball. Crowd didn't like it. Doesn't matter in the end, as Australia still have it. Here's Eddinghausen. Eddinghausen throws a couple of dummies. They had plenty of support on that side of the field. They keep it going. Here's Roach. Roach decides to hold the pass up. Cartwright. That looked a forward pass. It's a knock on in the end as well. And the scrum will go down just outside St Helens line.
Clever skills again from the Australians. Although that initial pass from Roach to Cartwright had a touch of forward about it. 6 or 7 metres out from the St Helens line. Cooper goes blindside. 26-0 to the Australians. Hope you're enjoying this Just Jeans Kangaroo Tour exclusively on Channel 10. Try to Australia. Eddinghausen will get a hat-trick. It came again from another St Helens mistake inside their own 22. And a big smile from Eddinghausen on this tour opener that is turning into a real celebration for him. The Just Jeans replay. It was stolen by Langer. He's done it a number of times, and he's noted for it back home. Quick hands from the Australians. The overlap, as it's been all afternoon long, out wide for Eddinghausen. And as I said, Benny Elias, he's known for this back home, Langer, stealing that ball.
From that benefit.
Eddinghausen getting on the end of all that. So 3 tries from Andrew Eddinghausen out on the wing today. Daly has taken over the goal-kicking duties for Australia. An absolute horror. He can afford to smile in game 1. 30-0 Australia over St Helens. So the replacements come out. Forber has left the field. Mark Bailey is out there, and so is Ian Connor in 16. Bailey will be in 14. Belcher. Eddinghausen. Sirinen. Plays it back for Kerrod Walters. Langer. Meninga. Short ball for Belcher. Back for Eddinghausen into the clear. He'll have support outside from Lindner. He couldn't give it to him because Lindner had defence on him. But Steve Roach gets there. Langer can't handle the pass. St Helens come up with it. A chance to bring it back through Rapati. And Hunt. Hunt goes infield. Taken by Mark Magore. The Australians starting to walk away with it. Connor. Taken by Sirinen. Bailey had looked out wide. A very late penalty inside the 5 from John Holsworth. That's been a long time coming against any of the sides. Beavers goes for touch. Paul Groves tries to sneak 10 metres. Cooper. Back for Dwyer. Back for Cooper again. Cooper sights a gap. Got support too from Bailey. Bailey takes on Belcher. Great tackle from the Australian fullback. Groves out of dummy half for George Mann. Back for Groves, the dummy. Tries it a second time. Pushed out for Dwyer. Dwyer got it out there for Connor. Connor's ended up just a couple of metres short. George Mann. Cooper. They go wide. Connolly out for Quirk. Great defence. Driving defence. Cooper's knocked. Bob Lindner's got it. So he's going to penalise Lindner for not playing the ball. I thought he was just about free to play on there, Lindner. Now just watch as Quirk is taken in this great tackle from Eddinghausen. The ball comes free. Well, you would have seen if it had continued on that Lindner, I thought, should have been allowed to scoop that ball up.
So here's St Helens. Can they put some points on the board? This is Bailey. Mann tries to get out of the defence of Daly. Managed to slip the pass away, though, to Connor. 20 metres out now from the Australian line as they come out the open side again. Cooper. Away it comes to Conley. Conley going away. Conley's got support. But when Conley got into this gap, he looked home, but he unselfishly gave it away. Beavers probably hoped that he could score, but he slipped a pass to Quirk, who did.
Fine ball play out wide. We've heard a lot about Connolly. They say that he could be the next Great Britain fullback. He's an under-21 rep. He had plenty of support. Phil Beavers couldn't have the pace to get there. Quirk certainly did. One of the rare opportunities for their men out wide. Connolly showed good timing to join into the line and a good ball away for Beavers. Something at last for St Helens. And in the area where Australia have dominated right throughout the match, and that, of course, is out wide in the backs. And Quirk, we didn't get a chance to have a look at that speed of his. Only had to travel a couple of metres.
So here's Bernard Dwyer, who's the new kicker. It looks good off the boot, but into the breeze it blows away. And so Australia leads St Helens by 30 points to 4. Meninga restarts the play, looking into the sun. Did that ball bounce in the field of play and then out into touch? The touch judge says so. A couple of the St Helens players weren't sure. That looks very awkward over in that corner. Mann was looking up into the sun. He lost the ball completely, but the touch judge didn't. As St Helens come up with the ball. St Helens through Dwyer, just outside their own line. Neal from dummy half decides to try and pinch a few metres. Did well to shrug off Bob Lindner, who's struggling back in a position just for a moment. This is Connor, almost to the quarter line. St Helens trying to spread the ball again. Cooper was back there. Here he is again. Got under a high tackle from Steve Roach, the Kiwi international. Groves, the kick from Rapati, looking for touch. Belcher coming across, should prevent it from getting into touch, but would never have made it anyway. Belcher, away to Eddinghausen. Eddinghausen running across field. Mann comes at him and takes him superbly. Gee, the crowd would like that. Eddinghausen slow to his feet, but deliberately. Here it is again. Just saw it as Mann came in and went bang. The one thing that must strongly go through the mind at the moment is how do you drop a player who scores 3 tries in a match? Eddinghausen may well have pinched Dale Shearer's test jumper for the time being. Out wide, it comes to Vevers. Vevers back inside. Away it comes to Ward. Ward down the centre. Got away from Cartwright, who did well to grab him by the legs and put him down. 15 metres out. Is this a St Helens revival? Out it comes. Quick hands again. This is Rapati. Taken well, ball and all. The ball's gone loose off Bailey. McGaw tried to pick it up. Knocked it on, said the referee. And so a scrum will go down about 6 metres out from the Australian line. Sloppy play. And there it is. Just went through Mark McGaw's hands.
Well, that should have been an advantage played to Australia. In fact, they've given St Helens the feed, so I can't understand the ruling from John Holsworth there. No advantage at all for McGaw. Groves just flicked it out the back for anybody. Through the legs of Mann. Now Alan Hunt straightens. There was a huge gap for him. It was closed in time by Belcher. Kevin Ward starting to get some fire in him. McGaw finishes off Groves. A mini revival, if anything, at the moment. He's going to penalise Paul Groves for not playing it properly, I think. The crowd thought he had stolen a try from a metre out. Just try and see if he plays the ball properly here in trying to sneak across. Well, yeah, somebody grab that spectator for us, will you? This is another view of it. Didn't really release the ball at all. So Australia survived that one. Their defence has been strong throughout. Hancock shepherding against the Australians. Somebody's also had something to say. Back they go 10 metres and off goes Groves. Dwyer, Kevin Ward getting a lot more involved. Touched. and knocked on. And also Brad Mackay will replace Lidner, just waiting for a second call. The touch judge is trying to get the referee's attention. John Holsworth on the other side of the field.
So Andrew Eddinghausen will be very happy with his performance today. Bailey, Cooper on the run around. Conley taken by Meninga. As now it comes to Rapati, back towards the centre of the field. Stands, delivers to Vivers. Vivers to the halfway. Conley's up okay after being creamed by Meninga. And now St Helens, well, in fact, this has been one trait about the game that we have to comment on. Benny, there's hardly been an injury in the match.
No, it's a credit to both sides' fitness. You know, I think both sides are very fit at this time of the year, and I think that's a result of the limited injuries on the field today, Dave.
That's Vivers down tackle, who's down receiving the attention. He came back on the inside. Johns went low, and here's Mark McGaw, one of the best defenders in the game over the top, and I think he might have just got accidental knees in the back. There was certainly nothing malicious in the tackle. As he gets up to play the ball. And here's Connor, who came on as the replacement just into the second half. Australia convincing winners in this opening tour match, which will certainly give them a lot of heart. Cartwright and Alexander involved in the tackle on Mann, who plays it forward. Alexander's offside. The referee says play on, as Haggerty has taken ball and all by Lazarus, but he flicked it out the back. He's got the ball away a couple of times as Kevin Ward takes it back to the halfway. Cartwright and Walters provide plenty of attention. Bailey looks for support. Vivers, well, he certainly recovered well enough. Here's Mann. Mann down the centre, he's got support. Haggerty gets it away. This is Groves. He pushes Dwyer away. Back to Vivers. Vivers went looking on the outside for his winger Quirk, but he's not there. Quirk comes in to assist him as Eddinghausen started to push him towards that touchline on the quarter line. Last tackle against St Helens. Cooper. Cooper comes back on the inside and taken well, ball and all by Brad Mackay. And that is the first handover of the match. Only a few minutes to go. Australia's opening match of this 17th Kangaroo Just Jeans Tour. 34-4. Alexander, Daly. Almost got the pass away, but the referee's going to rule obstruction, I think. Yes. They're very keen on that rule over here. Benny, aren't they? In 86, there were a lot of problems with the obstruction rule.
Yes, they certainly are, and I just wish it would go both ways.
Fair comment. St Helens down on their quarter line. Cooper, long pass. Bailey, here's Mann. Oh, pushed Alexander out of the road as if he wasn't there. Back to Vivers. Vivers finds Haggerty coming down the centre. And the real hard man of St Helens got it away to Conley, who's gone without it. Loose ball scrum to go down just outside the quarter line. Here it is again. Ball coming back to Conley, who really did find his confidence in this second half. Penalty goes Australia's way. Dwyer must stay in the scrum until the ball comes out. That's what he's ruled. Pointing to his head. Bernard Dwyer runs back to position. The Australians to kick for touch in the closing moments of this opening tour match. The 4X Kangaroos coming away with a good win, and I dare say a fair bit of the sponsors' product will be freely consumed this evening. Bella takes it up. And what a job it is to choose the Just Jeans man of the match. There's been so many stars in this side for Australia today. Walters, Lazarus. Lazarus throws the dummy, goes on his own. Just inside St Helens territory. Australia keen to put on another one. He didn't play that very well. Alexander, here's Cartwright. Cartwright can't get the pass away. He's held up well. Gee, the St Helens team have done their homework on him. As the siren goes in the background, and the end of a very entertaining opening match with the Just Jeans